Doug Kalweit, West Barnstable. Well, primarily, I've been at this job for a long time, and the job is a very interesting position to have, because you get all parts of the Cape, whether it be in a boat or four-wheel drive on Sandy Neck. We visit most parts of the Cape almost on a daily basis, and that is exciting to me, because it's a great job.
How long have you been doing this job?
42 years. Now, there's always something that comes up. It's not like routine job. There's always interesting things, and each season has a different thing it brings with it. You're in the hunting season, you're in the woods a lot, checking hunters and things, and then come spring, you're out in the boats a lot, and by the end of spring, you want to get back in the woods, you don't want to see the water. I mean, it's interesting. It's a lot of different variable things. That's what I like about it, yeah. Well, for our little world, I just think the whole town, the councils and stuff, they're so keyed on the environmental issues, which I think are very important for us now and in the future. I've noticed that. Oh yeah, the town has probably 100 miles of shoreline, and we're in a three-bay system as much as we are on the north side. The north side becomes at least perceived as the best because there's more oysters over there. And people, when you say oysters, there's a whole new world opens up to them when you say that word. But the south side, for me, I mean, even when I used to work years ago, I'd say 5, 6 in the morning, and you go on a boat patrol out there, and the whole three-bay system is like glass, and it's absolutely gorgeous over there. And we do propagate. We probably have 100 predator nests to cover up for the quahogs we're currently growing out of the Flupsy and Prince Cove. And we've got 3 oyster sites over there also. And there are aquaculture grants over there. But it's funny that the townspeople, the north side, south side, to some people it's strange. Because I know one time Scuttle Lane was closing, and he says, now what am I going to do? I said, we're going to the south side. He said, oh, I never go over there. I mean, it's like it's a different country or something, you know? It's strange sometimes.
Sure.
Well, back when I started, there were no grants, I mean, on the north side at all. Now there's probably 50 to 52 grants. But back in, I don't know, the 90s, probably the mid-90s, the federal government were trying to give money for the displaced fin fishermen. I think that's basically how it started. They were giving money to sort of start them a new career. And I think that's a lot of times how that initially started. Yeah, well, it's probably 50 something on the north side, and the south side has another 18, 20. The ones on the south side have been there a lot longer, straight from the 40s. Cotuit Oyster and things like that, they have a lot larger grants. But now on the north side, any new grant people have to have a 2-acre limit on the north side and the south side. But as I said, some of the south side grants have 20 or 30 acres because they've been grandfathered for years. There are, but they're a lot more limited than they ever used to be. Because some of the roads that when I started, like Lumber Mill Road, that was a dirt road all the way through. Point Hill near Sandy Neck, there was no houses in there. There were cow fields, and we used to release pheasants there. All of these different areas just got built up so bad. And then along with nowadays, I think more parents of children of hunting age, they tend to be into computers or things like that, not sort of back, when more people had the hunting type of a thing. Some people, if they want to shoot something, they don't know how to cook it, or the parents don't know how to cook it. So why bother to go if that used to be a lot more prevalent years ago. I think hunting primarily in Barnstable was down maybe 50, 60% for what it was when I first started. Really? It's just like I said, the parents don't hunt, or their parents, they do different things nowadays.
Sure.
To pass down to their children. Yeah, times have changed, yeah. Well, in my little world, it's not really a good thing. I suppose that's the new millennium, and that's the way it goes, but we used to go drive for days, for hours, I mean, and you'd never see a house. Now you drive on a dirt road where we used to drive, and there's 500 houses. And that leads to different, but I mean, the whole country's changing, not just Barnstable, and the way it is. You know, I don't know what the reasoning is, but Capes and Barnstable's a popular place to be, you know, for the beaches and for the shell fishing and for the fin fishing and stuff. So we tend to gravitate here. In 1960. So that was the first year the high school was there. We went to part of that year to high school where down the end of High School Road now, but that is. The difference is a lot more people, that's for sure. The
Who was
difference.
your principal?
Connor, Brian Connor, yeah. It was an interesting time, but you know, I played a lot of sports and things, and it's about the same, just more people and more. I don't see a whole bunch of difference in the school system as it is now. But I mean, along with saying that, I mean, the state and the mandates from the state and the budget for the school systems in Barnstable is tremendous compared to, I'm sure, what it used to be, you know. I don't know if I have a favorite, you know. Well, not downtown, that's for sure, but I mean, because we do the environmental things outside. Sandy Neck's a very, very nice place. I live about a mile from this, so I'm down there all the time. Even during the day, I'm down there a lot. In the south side, I made some beautiful spots over there. And some of the places we four-wheel drive, we check different hunting places and things. The places we can get, somewhat on a daily basis, that nobody else really goes there, unless they're mountain biking or something. And you can see half of the Cape, and it's just so nice. The vistas around this town are so nice. And we visit them often, whether it be on the south side, the north side, in boats, Papaneset. There's some really gorgeous places in this town. That's why I think I probably like that the best. Well, Tyso, when we first started, we worked out his backyard, and he had a little shop there. And he'd say, he was not, I don't want to say tough, but he knew the job, and he wanted it done a certain way. We used to work all night sometimes. Back then, there was a lot more deer everywhere. And people used to not sort of abide by the regulations all the time. And we used to go in the woods and we'd stay on the ground most of the night sometimes just to catch people going through and shooting at different things. And that was one of the main things we did, is deer hunting. Even in July, they used to hunt deer. But they used to hunt them and they used to sell them for a certain fee to different people. It was a monetary thing more than anything else, I think. But it was amazing how many deer were out there. On Lumber Mill Road, there was tremendous when it was a dirt place. Beautiful pine groves on Lumber Mill before the houses. And there was a tremendous amount of deer in Barnstable especially. Well, one time I was sitting at C Street Beach and just monitoring the shell fishing out there. It was maybe a summer afternoon. And I was parked near Ocean View Ave down there, just watching with my binoculars. And these two ladies came down the path beside me. And they walked past and they went down to the beach. And in about 3 minutes, they came walking back. And she says, you know, we're upset because we rented this house for a week and we can't even go to the beach. And I said, well, why can't you go to the beach, ma'am? It's a nice beach, nice day. She said, it's open for quahogs only. And I said, do you know what quahogs are? He said, no, isn't that the residence? I said, no, it's a shellfish. I thought that was funny. They're from New York. There's quite a few other ones. Some of the people, I mean, some people you check, it's, you know, good morning, sir, how are you? Could I see your license? And then they start with these four-letter words right away. What the, you know, why? I have no idea. When you say good morning, sir, that doesn't seem too agitated to me, agitating rather. Oh, well. But there's a lot of little things over the years. I don't remember a lot of them, but that was one of the funny ones. I just couldn't stop laughing. They start to call us with the residents of the town. Yeah, my kids are grown now, but I mean, the complaint years ago used to be, well, there's nothing to do. But I think there's plenty to do. I mean, the community center is a great, you know, step towards that. But any chance we get to go into the school systems and tell them about different things of shellfish, animals, things around, the environment around them. And I mean, anytime I get a chance to go in a school system to explain anything about what we do, what they might like. But put your finger on one thing that might keep young children here. The parents probably be a good start. But the only, I mean, difference, like when I started, there was, if you found somebody violating something, you had to go right to court. You didn't have citations, you didn't have a lot of this stuff. There's been so many changes since I've been here,
Yeah.
in our little environmental world.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about the job. We're trying to, sustain it and keep everybody as informed as we can about the whole issue like that. Hopefully they'll respect it, because we're gonna need it. I won't probably, but most people will. Doug Kalweit, I live in West Barnstable. I'm fairly close to Sunny Neck, but it's a nice area. I like the north side. Just because I'm partial because I live there, probably.